everyone, welcome back. This is Wendy Historian, and today we are talking about the One Direction dolls. We are also going to correct a mistake that I made in an act of fury in 2015. We are going to be restoring my Zayn doll to his rightful place among the brethren. This was so petty. Now, One Direction had multiple doll ranges over the years, but the very first dolls were the creation of toy company Vivid Imaginations, who announced their intention to release a line of One Direction dolls in 2011, and they were available for the fans by Christmas of that same year. I think overall there was sort of a general assumption that One Direction would have dolls eventually.
How did the doll come about? Were you consulted, or was it just told, poof, there?
I think it's kind of something we half expected a little bit. I spoke about it a little bit, and we got to choose the clothes for them as well, which is quite fun.
Chose the clothes for him and everything, yeah.
Well, I mean, yours is an obvious situation.
Today, these original dolls are famous for being the stuff of nightmares.
Would you buy this? I mean, look at this. It's the kid from One Direction. It looks like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. My precious...
Allegedly, Vivid Imaginations created these dolls using laser image face sculpts for maximum accuracy.
We did like a 3D machine scanner thing. Yeah, and it just kind of went in front of us.
And yet somehow, despite this new technology, the dolls came out looking maximally horrifying.
You speak to me when I'm alone.
But by 2012, alongside One Direction's conquering of the US, toy company Hasbro obtained the rights to release a One Direction doll range in North America. Hasbro knew how to make a good toy. Luckily for all of us, because when Hasbro started releasing their 1D dolls, the faces of the boys were a lot softer and a lot cuter. Does it look anything like Niall?
I think mine was pretty close to looking like me.
Yours is a good one. I think Niall's is really good, actually. Niall's doll actually looks a lot like her.
It looks like me!
No, but it's very, very handsome. The first line of dolls released by Hasbro in 2012 featured the boys in their outfits from the What Makes You Beautiful music video. The second range from Hasbro came later that same year in 2012 and was called the Concert Series, and saw the boys dressed in their outfits from their first Today Show performance in March of that same year. Also excitingly, the dolls in the Concert Series were singing dolls, so when you press the button in their belly, they would sing either What Makes You Beautiful or One Thing.
That's what makes you beautiful!
To be released was the Hasbro Spotlight Collection, which at this point was nothing more than a flagrant cash grab specifically designed to make me broke. The Spotlight Collection showed the boys red carpet ready. Then in 2014, there was a secondary range of singing dolls released.
We've got Louis, Harry, Niall, Liam, Zayn.
I have never actually seen this range of dolls in person. I only ever saw marketing for it. Supposedly the dolls again would sing either What Makes You Beautiful or One Thing. Now at this point you might be wondering, whatever happened to the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad dolls created by Vivid Imaginations in 2011? Fear not. Vivid Imaginations released a secondary line of dolls with the original faces in 2013, this time dressed in their Gotta Be You music vid outfits. The final range that Vivid released was in 2013 and were simply titled Collector Dolls, which I think were probably intended to be kept in the boxes for collecting purposes. Actually, if I remember correctly, there were two ranges of collector dolls. The second range was released alongside like a red 4x4 Jeep Cruiser. As far as I can tell, while today these dolls are only available as secondhand collector's items, they are still available.
If you ever wanted to take a gorgeous boy like Niall home, well, now you can.
Now, as I said, today we are correcting a mistake. Now, during the 1D era, doll-wise, I had the OG range from the day it released, which I have kept to this day. I had the Hasbro What Makes You Beautiful range, I had the Today Show singing range, I had the Spotlight Collection range, and I had the Vivid Imaginations Gotta Be You range. I did not keep any from that range because even though the outfits were amazing, the faces were...
Susan Boyle. It looks like Susan Boyle, right? Susan Boyle.
I had the full collection of all of these ranges. But when I moved for university, I had limited space and I had to get rid of a lot of merch, which included 20 dolls. What I did was I kept my full OG range, and then I kept my favorite one of each boy from the other ranges. So when Zayn and Louis had that huge fight right after Zayn left, I as a Louis girl was furious. My roommate, who was a Zayn girl, was at home when everything happened. I came home after work that day to find my Louis doll in our toilet. So I took it a step further, since they were my dolls anyway, and in a symbolic melodramatic gesture of pure pettiness, I threw my favorite Zayn doll away. And there has been a Zayn missing from my favorites collection ever since that day. However, following the events of last week and Louis Tomlinson's own symbolic gesture, I realized the time has come to put Zayn back where he belongs. And so, as of today, 8 years later, Zayn Malik is finally home. Don't forget where you belong.